Well, we got moved to the last field. We picked the cart full right at dark. Picked a couple ears up. Didn't pick them up, I picked them out of the field. I'm gonna double check the moisture on the grain here. This corn, no different than the rest, sadly. Let me show you guys. Got a little bit of dew this morning. Got a truck be here in an hour. Hang on. So, as you can see, it's just one after another. Corn's over 8 feet high. Cody's yelling. What, Cody?
Want me to get a sample out of the cart?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, corn looks great. Corn is great on this end of the field. You go to the other end, there's nothing. So, yeah, well, right here's a wet spot. And it goes right back into good corn. I told Bob, I think what got us on these farms is the drowned out spots early and then the droughted corn late. You know, it got us on both ends, not just one end. I mean, you can see this corn through here is pretty darn fair. Just not very far. A little bitty ears there. I say little bitty. Still decent here. Alright, well, I guess. Like I said, you get down there. There's just nothing. So, it is what it is. We're getting serviced and probably be running here in 45 minutes. So on this side of the field, that's 4 passes with a combine versus that side of the field. Here's what we got. That's the variance. A little tiny ear versus good quality ears. Hey guys, just got started picking. We got 2 semis out of here. Haven't taken much. The depression is high. We need a good year. We need a good year mentally and financially. That ain't this year. Well, that don't show up too well, and I have trouble steering and watching that. Thin there, thin here, thin there. Yep. All right, I won't bore you. It's actually a fairly good pass, to be honest with you. Where Bob's at over there, it's worse than this. I don't think I've ever seen a year you can run into 170, 180 bushel corn and then have 25 bushel on the other end and not even far apart. You know, I was watching Brian's farm videos the other day, and he said he's going to have, and don't quote me, but I believe he said he's going to have 200 and then he's going to have 20, and it's going to be in the same field 100 yards apart. Well, it's exactly what we have, except you can knock those numbers in about half. Kansas corn. Nothing there. It's hard to keep weed pressure down when your corn does not shade. Because wherever the corn was decent out here, we had the weed pressure under control. This is that farm. I don't know if you go back and look. It's the one we took over this year. Took quite a bit of ground on this year. But it's the one we took over where the guy had disc it like 3 years ago and then never did anything with it. And it was late in the year, and our decision was to plant it and see what happened. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Talk to you later. Good corn.
115.
Bad corn. Good corn.
That's been a week and a half.
Bad corn. Bad corn. Gooder corn. You get it. A lot of these guys won't show you the bad. They'll show you the good. And it's hard to show the bad. Very hard. It is what it is. People think, oh, everybody's got good corn. Everybody's making money. Yeah. Some people have decent corn and some people don't. Not to do with our farming practice, to do with moisture. Am I the best farmer in the world? Nope. Do I try my hardest? Yep. Is what it is. Been in a drought for 3 years, so next year, right? Minutes after 10. I'm sorry, 10 minutes after 1. And I blew a steering cylinder seal. Man, my combine's been perfect. Now it's had 2 breakdowns in the last 2 days. So anyway, not too far from a dealer. Bob texted him. It's Sunday, of course. He said he had one. He was at the shop, so I'm going to rip over and grab it. Hopefully it goes in easy. 124, and I'm back to the field. Combine's sitting right over behind that corner. Okay, fellas, 224, back together. Those aren't the funnest thing to rebuild. I could never get this tie rod out. I had to rebuild it with the shaft staying in that tie rod. Got this one out, hose off, pulled it out that way. Those gleaners, you gotta put a snap ring off the piston, and they're not real fun. All right, later. Guys, does it ever end? Oh, I'm just showing them on YouTube our day. Well, that has an awful green tint to it. Yep. The old 8.3 water pump. Had about 20 minutes left, and she grenaded. Bob finished up. Place was an absolute disappointment as always. And then my water pump went out. So we got to rebuild that cylinder today, and we just finished the water pump. Thank God for a good dealer. Called him the second time. He showed up. We're going to the house.